Hey guys, good morning. It's Coach Scott. It's 5:49 in the morning. I've been having some issues lately with getting my workouts in, and just got back from vacation. Had some time to sit and think, and thought a lot about when I'm doing well, what are some of the keys against when I'm not getting all the workouts in. And I think I was thinking back to January when I was getting up pretty much every day at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning and getting a workout done. So I thought maybe if I live streamed it, it could become a thing. Maybe it may help me be more consistent, help me get up in the morning. I don't know if you can tell my eyes. I just got out of bed. And I hopped on the bike. I'm ready to go. But I want to show you guys how we're going to set this thing up. First things first, we're set up here on Zwift, ready to go. Here's my profile. I hope it has no weird information in here that I can't share, but that's what I am. The first thing I want to do is I want to change my weight. I haven't done this in months. Typically because when I'm gaining weight, it's like I don't even want to look at it. I'm 235 in here. I'm actually 240. So I wasn't so bad. I actually thought that was going to be even worse. You don't want to cheat on Zwift, number one. Number two, let's just be accurate and give it the most accurate depiction of the truth. FTP. Now I did an FTP test the other day. It wasn't legit. It was messed up. If you watch the video, you would know. My FTP it's been right around 235, 245. I'm actually, for the purposes of the video series, I'm going down to I might even go down to 220. What that does is my workouts are based off of this number. And for right now, I want to make sure I get through the workouts. Sometimes Zwift does make the workouts a little difficult. And number two, this is one of two workouts of the day, most likely. So I don't want to overdo it and kill myself for the rest of the day. I want to keep it doable. And plus, I'm 46 years old. The knees don't work as well as they used to. It takes a little while for me to get kind of oiled up, loosened up, ready to go. I'm like the Tin Man in the morning. So let's give myself a little bit of a break. Still a good workout, but I'll adjust that weight every day to make sure it's accurate, and we'll see. The workouts here that we're doing is the 6-week beginner FTP builder. I've done a bunch of these before. Obviously, the word beginner makes you think it's pretty easy, and this is doable. Let's go with that. It's doable. Some of the workouts on Zwift, you can go. I've done a lot of research on this the last couple days. A lot of people have kind of gone into them and done some YouTube videos and showed why they're not really. Some of them are not really. They look good from a distance, but then when you dive down into them, there are a lot of overtraining, not a lot of rest. I've done some of the workouts in some of these programs that are just really ridiculously hard. Not that hard is bad. I don't want to necessarily stray from difficulty, but this is workout number 1 of 2 during the day. So let's start with the beginner program. Get through these 6 weeks. You can see there's 5 workouts pretty much per week. There's a rest tomorrow, but we'll do something anyway. And I'm just trying to get these Monday through Friday, get these workouts done, and then do a long run at least on the weekend, things like that. Anyway, let's get going. I hope the live stream is working. I'm gonna check that quick. Yeah, it looks like it's working. I should also have, if you guys want to reach out to me, there's a chat room on here. I think it says one person is watching. That could be me though. I don't know. All right, let's hear. Sucker on mute. Here we go. I can't even get my foot in the pedal. Yeah, see, it hurts already. This is what you gotta do, guys. Sometimes this is what you gotta do. It's not comfortable waking up in the morning. It's just not. But I gotta tell you, when I was waking up in the morning getting these workouts done, I felt so much better about myself. It's so nice to eat breakfast and know that you already got a workout checked off for the day. You can move on. And if you listen to motivational speakers, almost all of them will tell you how much of a key it is to get up early in the morning. And I do believe in that. The problem is sometimes I'm working out late at night too, so or you're doing work late at night. Sometimes you have to prioritize. Steph and I have been watching some Amazon Prime show. And those things you get caught up into, you blink, and the next thing you know it's midnight, and you're going, should we watch one more? Should we watch one more? You don't want to do that to yourself. Especially if it, if it crushes the things that improve yourself that you really want to do. If you're up late watching Netflix every night, and you're not getting up in the morning to train, and you don't really want to do it. So I was trying to think of when to set the alarm this morning. I was listening to different speakers. I don't know if you guys know these guys, but Eric Thomas, he just says, "My passion wakes me up." I like that line. It sounds really nice. And I've actually been in the mode where I don't even need my alarm. It's a good line, I guess. But I've been in that mode where I don't really need the alarm. I just kind of get up. I'm just not in that right now. I don't know if it's passion or something physiological that gets you up when you're like that. But for me right now, I hit that snooze button. I could hit it all day until the baby starts crying. Then there's The Rock. The Rock has some really good speeches out there, guys. Don't sleep on The Rock. He's got some real good ones. But the one I watch, he says he gets up at 4 a.m. every day and does cardio. He's got me beat today, but I'm still feeling pretty proud of my 5:49 or whenever we started this sucker. And who was the, Dave Goggins. Dave Goggins, I think Dave Goggins probably sets his alarm for the night before. He wakes up at 11 p.m., starts working on. This is a good workout. I mean, you look at, it's all dependent on where you are. This is just to kind of get up in the morning, get my legs going, check off the box of saying, hey, you did something today. You get this done, and then you throw another one on top later on when you're feeling better. Now look, that's obviously, if you're a runner, you ain't gonna sit here on Zwift every day. You could. It's great cross training, but you're probably not. In other words, you're gonna do a run in the morning. By the way, it's just starting to get light out here. Woke up in the pitch black, and the sun's just starting to come up. So we're in the desert course of Watopia here. It's really flat. I just choose this one all the time, because of the flatness. We're in workout mode here. So you see on the left, top left, which you don't get because we have the chat there, so you don't see the whole picture. But it's a workout. 10-minute warm up. About 4 minutes in. 4 minutes at, what is it, 160 watts, and then 2 minutes at I can't even read it, 115. My eyes are still crusted over. So that's my trainer has erg mode. So the trainer, I don't have to shift, I don't have to do anything. It's going to do everything for me as long as I just keep pushing the pedals. It's the advantage of having a smart trainer. So the problem is, and one of the reasons why I picked a flat course is because you're always just going to push the workout, right? You're never going to kind of be on your own. So if you go in an uphill, and I'm in one of these 2 minutes at 115 watts, or even my warm-up, I'm going to hit an uphill and I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to go super slow, which is fine, but it's kind of boring for you guys. But I'll switch up the courses often. And if you guys want to ride with me and you're on Zwift, reach out, let me know. Send an invite out. That will keep me on schedule because I have to be here to meet you guys. I'd love to do that. You know, I used to meet Matt sometimes, and Aaron Shepard and I used to do some workouts together. 6 in the morning for me. She's in Oklahoma, so it's 5 in the morning for her. I just kind of hope to roll out of bed around 5:30 and jump on this thing. It's hot down here today. I need to tell you, all these lights. So yeah, my thinking is that I'm going to try to throw in 2 workouts per day. So this will be number 1. And the hope is that on most days the second one's going to be a run. I am trying to try to build up my run distance a little bit. Again, so doing the beginner program here makes total sense. I mean, this warm up and all these little 2 minute at 115, that's kind of like a zone 2, nice and easy ride for me. The 160 watt intervals, they're not even that bad. It'll get my heart rate up a little bit, but we're not talking like VO2 max or anything like that. There's not going to be any like really severe intervals here. Not at least on today's workout. Subsequent ones, I'm sure there will be. Just about done with the warm up here. Got another minute. Looks like I didn't even look, it's a 50-minute workout. Already looking ahead to breakfast. I mean, you know, I can tell you can see my cadence there, 81, 82. I can tell when the legs aren't loosened up and ready to go. And typically, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you noticed that number at the beginning, it was probably in the 70s. When I start, that's where it is. Especially when the knees are rickety and the legs don't push through. If I'm on, if I'm feeling loose and good, that number's going to be 85 to 90. There's a group ride going on. See a couple guys from dirt. Wants me to go at a 90 to 100 cadence. Don't know if that's happening. And the thing is, obviously, you think about it, it's targeting power. So the faster you push the pedals, the lighter the resistance. Does that make sense? And the resistance is always 1/6, I guess. It's always consistent, but you're pushing pedals faster, but it feels like less resistance on them because you're going faster. I don't know if I can get to 90. I'm old, man. I feel like a whole heat wave coming over my face and chest. The body's like, hey, we're gonna start to sweat now. So yeah, I weighed 240 pounds this morning, which isn't the highest it's been lately. I think the highest I got was 242, 243. Had a couple of good eating days the last few days. Lost a couple pounds after coming back from vacation. That's good. But it's got to start a wider trend. I got to get way down. 240 is not anywhere near where I need to be for racing. Granted, I won't be racing until next year probably, but still. Hey Nick. Yeah, this is called morning. I gotta keep myself honest, man. I haven't been getting up early. I've been getting up at like 7:30. Getting up when the baby gets up, so can't really do anything, you know? Have a lot of work to do. I've just been missing this morning ride. And I figured if I live streamed it might keep me honest. So not only do I have to actually ride for an hour in the morning, I gotta talk to you guys. Nick, you're like a... Thanks, man. We gotta get you on Zwift, dude. We gotta get you out here. I think you're an hour time difference away, though, right? It's about a little after 6 a.m. here. I just felt better about myself when I would get this morning workout done. You know? And I also figured, if I can do it, if I can get my butt up at 5:30 and get on this thing, maybe there's one other person out there, I'll see this and go, hey, I should be doing that too. If that guy can do it, I can do it. Especially if you're missing workouts lately. I've been missing workouts. So, try to keep myself honest. Two, three, four. Looks like I got 5 of those. Yeah, I can't hold the 90. Same time. All right. That's good, man. Yeah, got kids. That's that thing too. That's my problem too, man. That girl starts crying about 7:15 on the dot every morning. It's fine to get out of bed and have to take care of her. Then the workout, that window to work out in the morning is gone. Combine that with a lot of the work we've been doing lately. We onboarded a new athlete yesterday, the Team Ordinary. I don't know that I have his permission to say his name, so I'm not going to say it yet, but good dude. He's going to work hard. By the way, Denise crushed it yesterday. I'll tell you about my friend Denise. Denise, a truck driver. Started working with her a little over a month ago. Man, think about that. She drives 48 states she's driven. and she's got to go to wherever she stops at night, wherever she stops during the day. She's gonna pull over to a truck stop and just go run. Ah. That sucks, Nick. 5:30 in your house, huh? Man. Just gotta ignore them. Let them sit there. Lock them in a room. Send them to bed a little later. Alright, here we go again. Anyway, Denise. She improved, let's just say, I don't want to throw out numbers because it's, I don't want to, let's just say in a little over a month worth of consistent work. Again, she wakes up in the morning, half the time she doesn't even know where she's going to be to run. She's been getting it done. She improved her 1 mile time by almost 2 minutes. So that's what we test, especially when we start. We do a 1 mile test. When she first started, you know, she did a test, she wasn't very happy with it, but in a little over a month, improved almost 2 minutes. She's a tough lady, let me tell you. She is doing awesome. She's crushing. 2 minutes. And so Denise and I ran together. I want to say, I gotta get my cadence up here. I'm talking too much. Denise and I ran. We did a hill workout about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Did it together. She's a truck driver, so she just was in the neighborhood. It happens. And we were talking as we were running. One of the things we were talking about was the fear of success, which sounds like a strange thing to talk about. But sometimes when I think about it, man, it makes a lot of sense. You know? It's, you know, people tell you all your life, hey, you're slow, why are you running, why do you think you're gonna, you know? Maybe you're overweight, maybe you're just never were athletic, maybe you're getting older. Whatever it may be, people tell you, they tell you what you are. And it turns out that there's only really one person that can tell you who you are. Well, probably besides your mother, your wife. I always tell you. But really, it's up to you. It's up to you. And I tell you, she's earned every bit of that improvement. And she even told me the last maybe 1/10 of a mile, 1/4 of a mile, that she had to reach down and pull that speed out because her body wanted, you know, kept telling her to stop. Just kept telling her to stop, and she wouldn't listen. You know, kind of like the angel on one shoulder, devil on the other. She's listening to the angel, and instead of slowing down the last 1/10 of a mile, she sped up. But you know what? She earned that. She earned that. All that hard work. The wife always knows. She just had to go and get it. And you know, and maybe that fear of success, that first test, maybe that caused her to run 30 seconds slower. Something like that. But you get that fear out of the way. Start believing in yourself. Start knowing that you've earned it. You put in the work to earn it. And man, that's like a 30-second, that'll improve your test 30 seconds right off the bat. She is one tough lady. I'm not going 90 RPM here, I know. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. Sorry. I like to brag on my athletes. I gotta tell you, this is a perfect morning workout. Perfect. And this 115 is basically a recovery set. And the 160, now look, I'm sweating and I'm not dying. It's perfect. Hey, Wallingford, Connecticut. How's it going, man? Actually, I don't know if that's a man. Could be a woman. Don't know. Get moving here. Yeah, 90 cadence. Not even, see, I told you, it's just about getting warmed up. I mean, I'm getting old. It took me 20 minutes to get warmed up. And now I'm at 90 without really thinking about it. Old man. So you could also come out here and do these workouts. Get ready. You see those guys passing me? Instinctually, I'm like, oh, look at those guys passing me. I want to catch those guys. But I'm just at 115 watts. I'm just cruising nice. 17 miles an hour. That's actually pretty strong for me. But just cruising nice and easy. Now we're back in the 160. Call it the sweat zone. Talking too much. Just so everyone knows, if you're on my Thursday night ride, that will still happen. That'll be my second workout of Thursdays. We come on here, we just have a good time. Do some trivia. We did chick flick trivia last week, that was fun. Oh, the Farmington line. I haven't ridden that all year. I did a video on that and I gave it to the people who kind of organize. You know, they have the website for the trail and everything. I love that trail. Haven't done it. I did it once this year actually. Brought the kids. Only did a few miles up near the what is it, the Red Riding Hood dinery kind of place. And with the COVID, it was closing early, and we just made it in time. It was fun. But I love that. I love that path, that trail. That's awesome. So I used to start in like Granby and ride from there. But lately I've been going up to Westfield and starting there when I do it. But I haven't done it all year. I really need to get a long ride in though, outdoors. Been severely lacking in my training. But I take it I see Connecticut, so you're probably jumping on that kind of down the south end. Someone wrote, it might have even been you, commented yesterday about connecting it from Plainview to, I know it goes down through Cheshire, because I've run the Cheshire Marathon on that trail, but there's a disconnect in Plainville. When I get down there, it's like I'm already 30-something miles in, so I got to turn around and go home. So that's a 60-something mile ride. So if it's another 10 miles to get to the trail, I'm probably not doing it, unless I'm trying to do a century or something. I don't think I'm in that kind of shape right now. I love that part. Just doing the Cheshire Half Marathon on that trail. I love that trail. It's about, I think the half marathon probably takes you about, probably from like, I'm guessing like mile 2 to mile 8, something like that. And what a great trail. The whole trail is great. And it's nice because, you know, it gets crowded in spots. Simsbury is a big spot where it gets crowded. There's some spots it gets a little crowded. But you get, even in the middle of the day, somewhere on that trail, by the way, my kids are way down here, somewhere on that trail, it's going to open up for you and you're going to be able to kind of throw some speed down. Get some good intense intervals in there. Love that trail. And it's safe. You know, you don't really have to worry about cars. There's obviously a few crossings, but it's a lot of crossings. But as long as you're careful with those, you don't really have to worry about getting hit by cars. I've seen some animals. I think a couple years ago there was a bear in Farmington. I'd rather try to avoid that. But hey, I'm on the bike, and there's usually some runners. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go faster than the bear. I just have to ride faster than the runners. Back to the resting recovery phase here. But yeah, I'd love to find that connection one day. Hey, Nick. 2 weeks of yard work. That's a solid vacation right there. Make sure you count your steps. Railroad's hitting, huh? Where's Hamden? It's got to obviously be south. There's a Hampton, Mass, but it's Hampden, and the trail doesn't go through there. It's kind of close to where I live, though. Hey, if you want to come on these rides with me in the morning, I'll set it up as a meetup. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyone who wants, come join me. That would actually help me out. Keep me on the bike at a certain time if I had a time to go by. But yeah, I made that video on I just took a GoPro out there. I made a time lapse from Westfield to Plainville. And sent it over. It's actually, I think it's my most watched video. Go figure. People look that up. You know what it is? There's a couple of sneaky turns there. Simsbury, there's like a little sneaky spot. And if you don't know where you're going, I mean, there's a couple times when I started riding the trail that I would get to a spot and I wouldn't know where it goes. And I'd have to go home and like do some Google Map research and figure it out. Second time before it ends. Got it. They're doing a whole project where they're trying to connect trails from like Miami to Maine. Talking about a long ride. That would be it's like 20 centuries just to get there. I don't mean time, I mean 100-mile intervals. Feeling good here. This is a perfect, nice little morning wake up. I might even do this one again tomorrow. Because tomorrow it says rest day, but you know, I like that they put the rest days in there, but they only give you 5 days. So what are the other 2 days? I'm assuming that, you know, that's going to be, for me it's going to be weekend, obviously, but they give you 5 workouts for the week, and one of them's a rest day. So I guess they assume you take 3 rest days. I'm done trying to figure out Zwift workouts and Zwift plans. Just got to do what you think you got to do. Be your own coach, or hire one. I started on Ruby, which is a different platform, which I still like, by the way. My FTP was somewhere around 180. when I first started riding. And look, there's no respect. I mean, there are respectable, and there are people who have FTPs over 300. I'm like, I don't know how. I think it's amazing. But it's all relative. So I've worked it up to about 245 at the height. What is the riding thing? This is computer. Either or, really, it could be. So this is Zwift, which is really, I fell in love with Zwift. It's got a lot of, it's got a lot of technical workouts and things that you can do. I'm on a smart trainer, so this thing is just changing. It's changing my my output, my watts as I go. It's it's giving me my own resistance, so I don't have to think about it. There's a social aspect. Obviously, you ride around, you see other riders here. Some of them are doing programs, some of them aren't. If you see a rider, see there on the left, there's a TV screen in front of them, right here on the left. Like a little screen, that means they're doing a workout. Which just means that you're following a prescribed plan. But yeah, this can go on. It can go on your phone. Some people use it with an iPad. And we do meetup rides on here. So every Thursday night at 6:35, I invite a bunch of people. A bunch of them show up. And we go for a ride. And actually, there's a mode that keeps us all together. So you can ride really hard, or you can ride easy, and the group stays together. And we do trivia together. They have a whole bunch of different courses. They just created a one for Paris and one for France. They have one in New York. People don't like the New York one. A little indifferent. So the park itself is fairly accurate, but then they went and they added. There's no real hills. There are some, but nothing challenging like you find in real heavy cycling. So they added these kind of like fake ramps, futuristic ramps. People don't like them. I don't mind them. So basically, you hook your smart trainer up. There's a little thing you plug into your computer that feeds the data to the computer. The computer takes that and turns it into like how fast you're going. You can go up hills here, obviously. And the resistance, if you're on a smart trainer, will adjust. You don't even need a smart trainer though, they're expensive. If you have just a regular trainer you can throw your bike on, they have something called a speed sensor that you can buy. Attach it to your fork or your wheel, and it tries to estimate how fast you're going. There's a lot of factors that go into it, obviously. Your weight, your height, how hard you're pushing, whether you're on a hill. But it's really cool, and I get into it a lot. Sometimes I prefer to do this than go outside and ride. People make fun of me. Stop making fun of me. I don't care. Alright, this is our last sort of higher intensity 4-minute set. And it's not killing me. I'm talking alright through it. Remember, I did move my FTP down a little in the beginning, so all your workouts are based off your FTP. Well, pretty much all of them. So, yeah, it's, this would be, I don't know, 75% of FTP. Can handle it very well. But again, I moved my FTP down. Well, I know it said 255, but it was never 255. That was a bogus test. But it's been as high as 245, typically around 235. I moved it to 220 because I'm old. And these, that's what you need, people. Anyway, I'll tell you, this is a lot of people use this. They're coming off of injuries. I see a lot of people using this. We got a guy in our group who had a hip replacement, and he rides with us.
And the funny thing is that I don't even realize if he's going slow, because we all get stuck, we all stick together. It keeps us all together. The computer just keeps us all together no matter how fast. So he does pretty well. He's getting faster. And he's not outside, you know, risking injury to an already bad hip. He's just working his way back slowly, which I think is good. I know I've been really bad at the cadence here. It can actually force you into the cadence, meaning, alright, if you see in the top left, see how it says 10-minute warm-up and there's a little star? So as you go through the workout, if you match what they want you to do, they give you a star. You know, so if I went through this and said, and I was going like 130 watts, even though they wanted me to go 160, they wouldn't give me the star. So it's a little added incentive. I mean, it's just really, it gives you some points and stuff. So you see, like, if you're still watching, like in the top left there, a little bike at number 31. So I've been at this for about 1.5 years, and that's level, that means I'm level 31. It goes up to level 50. And there's some guys out there level 50. They're called crazy. Now they're called dedicated. I tell you, this can be addicting. It can totally be addicting. But they can set it so that if you don't hit the cadence markers for you, that you don't earn the star, and they didn't do that today. So I'm getting all my stars. Despite the fact my cadence has been typically around 80. Hey, if you want to reach out to me, if you need help setting that thing up, you let me know. You can reach out to me here. I'll give you my email address or whatever. You go to teamordinary.com. There's a contact us page too. This way. But if you need any help, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I can work my way around this thing. 10 seconds. Then we got a 2 minutes at 1:15 and a 10-minute cool down. There we go. A little water. I'd really love to see him do like the Ironman Lake Classic course on here. I think that would be awesome. And they have enough stuff on that course, enough downhills and uphills and climbs to make it worthwhile. I'd love to see them add that, or Kona. At this point, they should just be making a deal with Ironman. All the Ironman races canceled. Those guys got to be hurting. The bike, so it's a road bike. It's just a road bike on a trainer. And you can use any bike on this thing. That's one of the beauties of it. It doesn't even have to be, you know, carbon fiber. You can throw anything on the trainer. The bike I bought in East Longmeadow, a place called Competitive Edge. They're really nice. They're always really nice to me. I got my bike there. I got a rack for the car. But yeah, it's in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. It's called Competitive Edge, and you probably get some really good deals towards the fall. You know, and you can go. I mean, geez, the range of where you can buy a bike. You could probably look online and get one for like $400 or $500, like something a little bit used, and still decent. Or you can go new. I would definitely wait till like Labor Day. Then you start seeing some sales out there. Alright, we're in cool down here. This is good. This is a good day one. I was afraid I was going to be out of breath and not talking. So I got the bike there, bike shop, local bike shop. And again, you can spend like $500 on a used one, or you can, you know, spend 2,000 or 3,000 on a decent one, or you can go crazy and spend a lot of money. It is not uncommon when I go to Lake Placid to see a $10,000 bike racked on top of a $5,000 car. Gotta have your priorities. But yeah, that's not even the most expensive part. Probably is the trainer. So right now, the trainer I have, basically I have a plastic thing, like a footer in the front that just lays in. And in the back there's a wheel that my tire rests against that wheel. And the trainer provides resistance against it. And then it takes the output. I have a cadence sensor, which gives me the cadence. You can also hook up a heart rate monitor. I have one, it broke. I haven't replaced it yet. But yeah, if you want the smart trainers that can give you back that resistance, that can have built-in power meters. That's how I know I'm going 120 watts right now. That gets expensive, $600-700 typically or more, depending on how nice you want one. There's some of them out there that have this thing that attaches to your front wheel, so when you're going uphill, it brings your front wheel higher so you can get used to that actual physical hill feel. I mean, depending on how much you want to spend, you can go all out and really trick it up nice. Especially if you're injured and you're having issues getting outside. I mean, the nicer you make your indoor experience, the more likely you are to actually do it. Steph and I say that all the time. If we want to spend time in our gym, we got to make it a room that we actually want to spend time in. We've got our metal racks and stuff hanging up. It's just, you know, it's not a room. If I don't come in here for like a week, the spiders start to invade because we're in the basement. Then it's a room I don't really want to be in. But those delays are rare. Although there's probably some good spider webs on my squat rack back there. I haven't used that in quite some time. So now it's sun is up, although it's a little overcast out. Look, it is 6:37. I'll be finished around 6:45. Normally I'm not even awake by now. So now I got the workout done. And I can go into the day knowing that I have that checked off. Hey, workout number 1 is done. So try to get out and do sort of a, I'm really just trying to, I hate to say heart rate train with my running because I'm not really hooked up to a meter. But I don't want to go out and like, because I haven't really been running a lot, I don't want to go out and just crush myself in the first 2 miles and walk home in shame. So I've been doing more intervals. Yeah, for some reason Northeast, the spiders are all over. I got some nasty ones in here. Last year I got some really bad ones, like big ones. And haven't had those this year, of course. Now that I say that, they're probably in the walls going, how he thinks we're gone. But if you're ever riding this, you see like a big spider coming down in the background, like ready to land on my neck, shoot me a little message in the chat. Let me know. I hate when you get that feeling, like something lands on your neck, you get that feeling, kind of like crawls across. I need some coffee. I'll tell you, a great way to start the day, guys. We're going to hopefully keep this up every day going forward. I hope it keeps me motivated. Keeps me waking up in the morning, coming down here. I appreciate you guys for writing today. It's keeping me a little bit distracted. And if anyone wants to join me on this ride, let me know. We'll do a meetup. I'm not a fan of the 10-minute cooldown. I think 5-minute cooldown. What winds up happening on these rides is that I'm not really exerting. I'm just kind of winding down, heart rate going down. I know it's right. I know it's what you're supposed to do. But after a while, it's just like the only pain that I feel is like that seat pressure. Oh, man. I don't know. My job included the word spiders. I guess it kind of does in this basement, but it's like, I don't know, I just picture that Indiana Jones scene, the Temple of Doom. Or was it the first one? Raiders of the Lost Ark when he was in a tunnel, going through the spider webs. Three minutes. Actually more tired now than I was at the high intensity sets. It's weird. I get this weird thing, somewhere around 45 minutes. My legs just kind of like, are like, all right, we're done. We're done here. Gotta kind of fight through that. I mean, today I will, but other days, it's not as easy. I guess it's good you don't work there anymore. Now with all the, what's the save the animals place? They probably don't even let you kill the spiders. So I have to put them in cages and relocate them. I do kill the spiders in my basement though. Sorry. I'm a murderer, I know. I had a wasp down here once, that wasn't fun. That scared the crap out of me. I actually was just on the bike and the light behind me, there's a wall here, I just saw a big shadow on the wall. What is that? Big wasp. I got off the bike for that one. If I ever jump off the bike in mid-workout, that could be a reason. Alright, one more minute, come on. I want breakfast. Got a good sweat going. Good way to start the day. Feel accomplished. Hopefully we'll keep this up going forward. Yeah, the bees I wouldn't be fond of either. Alright, maybe I'll see you around. Let me know if you need help getting Zwift set up, for sure. I don't mind helping. There you go, 50 minutes on the bike, 14.9 miles an hour. That's pretty slow, but you're just doing the workout. 388 calories, that's not much. I'll probably eat more than that on breakfast. But they do give you some nice stats here. Let me give you a little bit of a tour. So the general will show you the route that you ran. So these thumbs up are when you see other riders, they give you a thumbs up. I don't really do that when I'm riding, but I do. You can do it through the app. So what I usually do is these guys rode with me for the most amount of time, so I don't know who they are, but typically I follow these guys. And then anyone who might have seen me see these stars, these are people I already follow. But if you scroll down here, there are occasionally people on the course like this guy. So he gave me a thumbs up, right on. So I'll follow him. And typically, usually they follow you back, sometimes they don't. It is what it is. I got a podcast and I got a group on Facebook called Team Ordinary, or Ordinary Marathoners. Here's our power, right? The power profile. Heart rate is really good info, but obviously I don't have a heart rate monitor, so it's not here. Power distribution shows you what zones you're in power-wise. And critical power. This is kind of neat, but it's a little bit hard to explain. So this is my best rides, this graph right here. And then this is the orange is today's ride. So I rode for about 50 minutes, right? So this is my best 5-minute interval. See, 5 minutes? My best 5-minute interval today was 155 watts. My best 5-minute interval of all time was 286, 280, yeah, something like that. So, and it goes, if you're a sprinter, you can look at this stuff. My best, 3 seconds was 866 watts. This ride, 167. So, obviously today was a workout ride. I had to stay within the boundaries that they asked. But this is good information when you start going out there. You're racing, you're riding a lot, you want to see it. It's always good when you come to this thing, and you know this ride is better than your best, and you know that you've done something you haven't done before. It's very fulfilling. That's it. So we're going to shut this down, end the ride. I'm going to stop the live stream. Thanks for coming. Thank you guys for commenting. I really appreciate it.